Nigerians in diaspora,
Okay.
can they take advantage of the bond auction in Nigeria? And is this something that they can find a place in their financial plan for?
You know, instruments like bond, treasury bills, they are risk-free assets.
Naira bond or Euro bond?
Depends on the rates
Depends on the rates.
and your level of patriotism. So if they are offering the same rate, you are not losing Nigeria. I will choose Nigeria because I'm a patriotic Nigerian.
The biggest myth about Nigeria bonds that you want to kill today, is there any?
The myth is that anything about Nigeria is failure. By default, they think it will fail.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, no, there are a lot of things happening. Before you look at people like Dangote taking $19 billion. Dangote could have bought shares of another company and make money and go
Could have put the money in Microsoft.
Nvidia.
Okay.
And it would have made 500%, $19 billion, at 500%. That's huge. So if people like that, how much do you have that you are becoming cynical about the country?
Yeah.
Some people have low
Risk appetite.
I don't blame them,
Yeah.
but there is class for you.
It's not easy to clutch numbers. It's not easy to pack shifts.
Yeah, it's not. Stick with your appetite.
Okay.
Stick with it. 15% per annum, it's good. It's better than just putting your money in the bank and not touching it again. The inflation will just be eroding the value.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Brood Podcast. Today's topic, we're looking at bond, billions, and the diaspora. Yes, the diaspora. Nigerians, especially in the diaspora. This topic is relatable to other Africans in diaspora, but just to bring this topic home, we'll be focusing on Nigeria for today's topic. And I have with me a very powerful guest who is knowledgeable in this. But before we go into the topic, I want to sound this note. We are not licensed financial advisors. We are not qualified to give financial advice. And today's conversation is purely informational and educational. If you come across this material, we would advise and counsel that you seek the services of a professional who will give proper advice and also make sure that you put in your due diligence before a decision is taken. Then I move straight to my guest. Welcome, Adewale.
Thank you. Thank you, viewers.
And today's topic is something that touches the heart of many Nigerians in diaspora, especially going by some of the things that is happening in Nigeria today. And I know a lot of people have one commitment or the other. Some people are planning to retire back home. Some people are planning to have projects back home. Some people have monthly obligations to support certain set of people in their family circle. So I'll be asking some questions to understand how these financial instruments can help people actualize these goals without a pain, and maybe it could be a form of lazy way of making your money work. So come with me as I take Adewale on series of questions regarding the bond for Nigerians in diaspora. First things first, and in very plain, simple English, if possible, what is the bond? And I'm not talking about James Bond. What is the bond?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me. Very honored to be here.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah. So to my little understanding, I would say it's a federal government instrument that gives citizens opportunity or interested parties opportunity to invest in the debts of the government.
Okay.
So it's a situation whereby you bring the money, the money you want to invest or that you want to give to government.
Yeah.
Then government takes it for a certain period. It could be 6 months, 1 year, or 5 years, 10 years.
Okay.
So, but the year will be the date of maturity will be quoted. So
Yeah.
they can say 2030 maturity date, 2025 maturity
So
date.
there's a long term part of it.
Yeah, can we even call it long term? We can just say it's not just 6 months or 1 year. So you can be something longer than that.
Okay.
When we say something is long term, we can be talking about 100 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it depends on. It's
that
relative.
that's why I asked that you should say it in simple English.
Yeah. So so it's relative. So when you bring it, then government starts paying you interest that they have quoted with that with those tenor. So
Yeah.
if you say you are leaving it till 2030, definitely the rate of interest they will give you will be more than someone who is living with government till 2027 and somebody who is living it with 2040 or 2050.
Okay.
Depending on what the tenors that they have outlined, it's
Yeah.
usually been managed by the debt management office.
Okay.
So they will say, okay, maturity of 2030 can be, say, 15 or 16%. They can say, okay, 2035, 20%. So what happens is annually you get those returns.
Yeah.
So they'll calculate the percentage
Based on the rate.
based on the rate of percentage of interest.
Yeah.
They multiply it by the amount you have brought. So if you say you are investing 1 million
Okay.
in a bond that is 15%, so that's 150,000
Okay.
naira.
Coming on top 1 million.
That is coming on top of 1 million.
Okay.
So government takes your 1 million,
Yeah.
then they will pay you 150,000 in a year.
Okay.
So in the case of bond, they will divide it into 4 places because it's paid quarterly.
Okay.
One
Every
quarter,
3 months.
one quarter is 3 months.
Yeah.
So after 3 months, you get a lot.
Yeah.
Then another 3 months, you get another alert. So
Okay.
that's why some people call it salary kind of
Investment.
investment.
Okay.
So it usually happens, I think, monthly or something. So they will just announce it that the government savings bond has opened. So
Okay.
and it's so good that you can enter with any amount.
Oh,
You don't have to, I think the minimum value is 5,000 naira or something. So
really?
it's that accessible.
Oh, so a
So
secondary school child can even do
yes,
this.
you can do for anybody.
Oh,
A
okay.
secondary school can do it that has saved money. Yes, legitimately. So they can do it. Then you discover that they start getting their money quarterly. Then at the maturity stage, they give you your principal back. One good thing about that savings bond has that differs from other instruments is that government do not charge withholding tax.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
tax free.
Yes.
Okay.
There's a particular tax that they will charge on treasury bills that they will not charge on
Oh,
government savings.
okay. You mentioned treasury bills. Is it also something similar to the bond?
Yes, something similar, but for treasury bill is from CBN.
Okay.
So it's one of the instruments that CBN use to mop up excess liquidity in circulation.
Oh,
So, the whole thing about treasury bill is not that CBN has too much money and they want to dash you money. No. CBN believes that it is your own too much money.
that is creating a problem.
That is creating problems. So let us take it from you.
Let's help you put it to work by keeping it and not limiting your access to it.
Yes.
Okay.
So they increase. So what they do is they increase interest rate. There's something they call interest rate.
Yeah.
Which is MPR.
Okay.
Monetary policy rate.
Yeah.
That determines the lending rate across the country.
Yes.
So it determines the rate at which banks will lend money to their customers.
Okay.
So this rate also have an influence on what is going to be the interest on your treasury bill rate if you are bringing your money.
Okay.
So treasury bill is like two-edged sword.
Okay.
Like sword now.
All right.
It's two-edged sword. So when you bring money, it's killing inflation because it's mopping up excess money in circulation. Yeah. So they have said treasury bill, I will give you if you leave your money with me for 1 year, I'll give you 18%. Yeah. If you leave it for 6 months, I'll give you 15%. Okay. Again, just like what we're talking about. Yeah. One. So when you bring that money, they give you the interest immediately. They don't break it into installments like bond. Oh, okay. Okay. So you get 150 for the 15% now, which is for 6 months. Yes. You get 150,000. They hold the 1 million. Then after 6 months, you get your 1 million back.
Okay.
So if it's 1 year, 18%, you get 180,000 immediately. Yeah. They hold your 1 million naira.
Okay.
At the end of 1 year, they give you back your 1 million naira.
Okay.
Then another good thing about treasury bills is after they give you that 180,000 for 1 year, you can reinvest that 180,000 immediately. Then get the percentage of you understand? So they will now say at the end of the day, the average yield will be much more than the yield they are calling.
Okay.
Maybe that's what they call the true yield. You understand? So it will be going, by the time you average the two, you are going to 19% of what you get on that 1 million naira alone.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I don't know if you get that mathematics.
So that's why the two-edged nature.
So the second edged nature is that if you are a businessman and you are going into the bank to borrow money at that same period when they have increased
the rate.
Interest rate,
yes,
you'll be borrowing at that rate.
Oh, so it's not a good time to borrow.
It's not a good time to borrow. It's so discouraging. It's discouraging money going out.
So it's to encourage saving.
It's to encourage savings.
Okay.
At that particular point in time.
Okay.
Saving does not help anybody. It's to encourage that period of that inflationary.
Just keep your money.
Yes.
In a way to help the system,
so that we can stabilize things first. Because if you don't stabilize inflation, you cannot achieve growth.
Okay.
So the person that is going to borrow money wants to achieve growth.
Yeah.
You are saving money, you are stabilizing things. You are reducing inflation.
Okay.
So let's fight inflation first before we support growth.
Okay.
So that's the sort. So it's not a good time for businessmen to say, I want to go to bank, I want to borrow, because they have set MPR rates.
Okay.
Which have direct influence on the treasury bills. Okay. The rate of treasury bills.
Yeah. Okay, so I also want to ask that there's a notion that bonds are underused.
Okay.
And I also know that sometimes there are reports that says that the bonds are oversubscribed. How do we bring these two together? I'm going somewhere, but I just wanted to clarify that before I lose track of why bond is oversubscribed.
Yeah.
If they say it's underused, why is it oversubscribed?
Well, when they say it's underused, they have to come up with the details of how they expected it to be used and how it has been used.
Yeah, maybe because not too many people, like Nigerians in diaspora, are not subscribing to it, since it's actually targeted at Nigerians within the system.
So if I understood what you mean by underused, that means that people have not keyed into the opportunity.
Yes.
That's what you mean.
Is that correct?
And yet it's oversubscribed.
Yes.
Yes, it's oversubscribed in the sense that when they said when government says they are doing bond auction, or they need money.
Yes.
They need 1 trillion.
And people don't show up.
That's oversubscribed, and people bring more than 1 trillion. So the entire bond I am expecting, the entire bond I am dishing out that I want people to bring money for is 1 trillion naira. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I generated 1.5 trillion or 3 trillion.
Okay.
That's oversubscription.
Okay.
That's what it means by oversubscription.
Okay, that's
so that people have not really created interest. Yes, that can be true. Okay. So the difference is because we have a situation whereby institutional investors will bring much money than retail investors. Okay. So retail investors is you, I,
everybody in our community.
Yes.
Going one by one.
Yes. Okay. So then we have institutional investors, that organizations, large organizations, will just bring
the money movers.
They can just, you need 1 trillion, they can give you 200 billion,
Okay.
They can. So those are the ones really doing that, taking those advantage.
Advantages.
So
Okay.
they expected that more retail, because we are the one fueling the inflation.
Yeah.
The things that that the government is trying to achieve will benefit us more. So they want retail investors to come. And again, some of these funds come from foreign investors.
Foreign investors or Nigerians in diaspora.
Nigerians in diasporas, foreign investors too.
And are we saying that?
But we want more of domestic people that are Nigerians,
Okay.
that are living and that are in diaspora,
Okay. Okay.
instead of, say, the
An investor
who
based in the
is
United States, an
yeah
investor based
who
in
is an American.
Belarus will just come
Yeah, they
because
will
they,
just,
they are seeing the financial reports across the globe on
yes.
Bloomberg, and then they just want to take
The
advantage.
rates are attractive. Somebody is saying, I'm giving you 15%.
You are prying into my questions. I'm not going to go there now because I want my audience to follow, but I'm coming to the rates are attractive.
Yeah,
I will come to that in a short while.
no worries.
All right. So now, looking at Nigerians in diaspora,
Okay.
a Nigerian in New York, a Nigerian in Uganda, a Nigerian in UK, who is listening and paying attention to this conversation now, how can they take advantage of the bond auction in Nigeria? And is this something that they can find a place in their financial plan for?
You know, um, instruments like bond, treasury bills, they are risk-free assets.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they are risk-free assets, because even when the government, I've never heard any country that has not been able to pay bond investment and the
At
interest.
maturity?
Yes, I've not seen one. Because the worst thing that can happen is we'll go and print money and pay you back. We are not saying you should bring dollars that will not be able to print.
Oh, okay.
So if we have not been able to resolve it, we will create
Are you saying
more.
that a country like Greece, when they had that financial situation, would have
It's local, it's, you are investing in a local currency. So it's very rare for them not to be able to pay. And it's government backed up investment.
okay?
So they cannot, it has never failed. I think the only time I've heard that a government failure was in Ghana.
Oh,
And it's not like they did not pay. I think they later paid the money. It's just that the timing was not according to the agreement or the contract that was signed with the investors. So, but it's a risk-free asset.
okay.
So if a risk-free asset can be giving you that those rates, then people in diaspora should be able to key in, because I stand to be corrected. I don't know any instruments in diaspora that can be giving you the kind of rates that
Like your local
Nigeria,
currency
yeah,
will
that the
give.
local,
Okay.
especially the in at least the first five. Okay, if you look at the equities,
Yeah.
equities now is I'm talking about the stocks and shares.
Yeah.
So in the whole of Africa, the first five best stock exchange, their performance. If you look at Egypt, Nigeria, Ghana, Morocco, and South Africa,
Okay.
the performance of their markets, the performance of their stock exchange is higher than America, UK, Canada. These are countries where Nigerians
I run into.
and Africans go to. So Ghanaians move to UK,
Yeah.
Nigerians move to UK, South Africans, okay, not too much,
They
but,
move to US.
they moved around.
Everywhere.
So everybody, Africans in diaspora, can literally invest in their own country and make more.
My audience are interested in this.
Yes,
So
in
let me clarify.
the equity market.
Let me clarify something. The bond is a situation where I borrow you my money, and I borrow you my money for a period of time. We have agreed on that period of time, let's say 1 year, and you told me that you're going to pay me my money
15%.
at 15% interest rate,
Yes.
and at the end of 1 year, I would have gotten my interest and I will also have my money back.
Yes.
Say I borrow you 1 million. Is that correct?
Yes, you get your 1 million.
So that's the nature of bond.
That's the nature of bond. So if it's now 5-year bond, 10 years,
Yes.
you will be getting that rate annually.
Okay.
And you'll be getting the interest annually, and you'll be getting it paid 4 times in a year
Okay.
annually.
There's another question I want to clarify. Is it only the government that issues bonds, or we have private organizations who are also issuing bonds?
So we have corporate instruments also,
Okay.
which are called commercial paper. So if you see,
Like the one Dangote mentioned.
yeah,
Okay.
there are some other organizations. VFD have done it before. There is another organization.
VFD, a microfinance
I
bank.
don't know VFD group. It is not.
Yeah, it's a microfinance bank. The one that has Don Jazzy as the ambassador.
I don't even know
Yeah.
if that's the ambassador, but I know a number of companies
Yeah.
have done it, but I don't want to be mentioning it because they have not paid out.
It's all right.
So, but they have done it. You know, for them, they believe it's cheaper
Okay.
to release commercial paper than going to bank to borrow because the interest rate is high. Remember, I said it's going like sword.
Yeah.
It will conquer inflation, but it will make it difficult for you to borrow money as business.
Oh, so it's like a backdoor way of asking people to bring money without going to the bank
without
to borrow.
borrow. So they will give you a rate that is higher than bond. They will give you rates that are attractive than treasury bills.
Yeah.
Because it has become a risky asset. Government is not backing it. Government is just aware.
Okay.
So you need to do that with a reputable organization, which is why I don't really talk about commercial paper to starters.
All right. So to make it make sense, how will a Nigerian in, say, Manchester see a need to subscribe to bond auctions in Nigeria? Because these are the people we're addressing right now. How will a Nigerian in Morocco see a need to subscribe to bond auctions in Nigeria?
Because Morocco market is also giving a good rate. So Morocco, Nigeria and Morocco,
maybe
invest in
say
Morocco.
they have too much money to play around.
Yeah, you see, the way I look at this thing is, why will I retain my money in the bank doing nothing when I have a place where I can just put it and get 18% without doing anything?
They're throwing a big shot to Nigerians in UK because I think the banks in UK offer, say, 3 or maybe at best 4%. So would you say
what class of investment is that?
No, I mean for your savings.
Yeah, it's a good thing that you are saving money and you are getting 3%. Is better than, even, I don't know if we are allowed to use Bible terms. Even Bible says that even if you cannot invest, at least put it in the bank. Little interest will
come on top.
So it's still a good idea that they left it in bank.
So
I'm just saying,
you're trying to say now that it's way better to even subscribe to bonds in Nigeria than for a Nigerian in Manchester to leave their money in their bank.
Because it's an advantage that has come. It's not going to be there this opportunity will not be there forever. When inflation goes down, CBN will reduce rates. Then people that wants to borrow money
take their money back
to support growth will be able to borrow at cheaper rates.
Okay.
We are doing this at the expense of people who are supposed to be supporting the economy, to build the economy.
Yes.
When you are fighting inflation, you understand?
Yeah.
What you are doing is you are discouraging money from going out because you believe the excess supply of money is the reason why you have high inflation. So when you are taking that supply back, inflation will go down. But in the process of you trying to take that money back, you don't want to release money again to the circulation. So people want to borrow money for reasonable investments, reasonable business.
Yeah.
They are not able to borrow at cheap rate.
Because the rate is high.
Because the rate is high. So the opportunity is not going to be there forever.
Okay.
So when it comes like this, I expect Nigerians in diaspora to key in.
So if they key in, will that not take us back to the same reason why the bond was opened? Because they are subscribing, there is much money. And then when the government prints to pay off at
No, they're not
majority,
going to print to pay up.
okay,
They're not going to print to pay up. They're going to use the money and pay you with the interest.
okay,
You understand? They're not going. I'm just saying. When I mentioned print,
yeah,
was that the worst scenario? Maybe government is not able to pay. They
okay,
can ask CBN, and we're talking about bond.
okay,
You understand?
okay,
That even if government use your money and they are not able, and government is broke, they are not able to pay back, they can say CBN, please print, just like what we have during COVID.
yeah,
And everybody is crucifying the president till today.
okay.
Even at death, they said is the reason why we have high inflation.
But I think it was a global occurrence. Almost
Nigeria,
all the
you
countries
know,
of the world.
Nigerians, average Nigerians is cynical when it comes to things like this. You start to think that it's only happening in Nigeria.
Okay,
UK had about, I think they printed about 500 million, is it million or billion pounds
okay,
during COVID alone.
uh-huh.
UK, US, the same thing. They have much money in their balance sheet that has not been cleared off because they printed money during COVID.
I know Nigerians in diaspora, they are very, very particular about their money
Yes.
because they clutch the numbers,
Yeah.
they pack shifts, they do the hours.
Which is horrendous. Yeah.
So, and you're not telling them
To
that
just throw the money.
throw your money to bonds. So, I want to ask two questions. Is it true that subscribing to bond auction is a passive, lazy way of making your money work? Secondly, are there any known risk attached to subscription of bonds?
So, like I said, it's a risk-free asset. You are dealing with government.
It's a risk-free
Free
asset.
asset.
Okay.
You are dealing with the government.
Yeah.
When government says they are giving you this,
A government that does not keep to their campaign promise.
yeah, it's not. It's you know, it's a different class of events.
Okay.
You can say anything about Nigeria when it comes to sectors
Yeah.
in Nigeria, but when it comes to money, I think we've been able to.
Okay.
We have been able to, sail through. One of the working institutions
Yes.
in Nigeria,
Yeah.
one of the viable institutions in Nigeria are institutions that deal with money. So
Okay.
we're talking about CSCS, we're talking about stock exchange, talking about CBN, talking about banks.
Yes.
They don't play with our money anyhow. So if you can say, I may not argue with you if you say road safety is not working very well. If you say police is not doing their job, even though I believe they are doing their job. If you say the military are not working, because like a day, my friend told me they are not doing anything, and I said, you think you and I will be talking in Nigeria if the
those
police is
people are
not
not
working?
okay.
If they're not working, we can't talk. So I may not be able to argue, but when it comes to CBN, anything that has to do with money,
Or the financial players.
the financial Nigeria has gotten that at least to a reasonable way. So it's a risk-free asset when you invest. That's why I've not talked about other class of
Instruments.
instruments that we can invest. You raised private organization raising money.
Yes.
I said you have to deal with reputable organizations because the time they come and they are not able to pay, you can't really hold them. You just be going to court and
So
come back.
there are no gatekeepers protecting that.
They're just. I think it's more of a FYI kind of a thing. There is an agency monitoring it. Maybe it's NASDAQ. I've not checked, but there is agency of government that looks after that. But it's not. They are not regulator
Okay.
to help you collect your money if anything happens.
Okay.
So they may not be able to recover your money for you. But if you deal with reputable organizations now, so if Dangote say I want to give 25%, Dangote will not say something what he will not give. If Access Bank say bring 50 billion, I'm giving you 20%. They won't do. I'm just using them as example.
Okay.
They won't say things they will not. But all these organizations that just want money at all cost.
Yeah.
I know one organization. I will not mention their name. Their overhead and expenses in a year is over 1 billion, but they generated zero revenue. So they were paying salaries. They are doing everything. Yet
How did they do that?
they didn't generate revenue. And I was listening to their MD one day, MD on the CEO, and he's talking about that the class of their investment does not guarantee that income will be coming annually, that they may generate zero revenue 2 years, then generate times three of their potential
Yeah.
in the third year. You know, you don't want to put your money in that kind of
Okay. So it's less risk.
yeah,
Okay.
for bond
Now
and treasury bills.
you
It's
you
less risky.
yeah you then okay about the part where it is a passive, lazy way of making
Okay,
money.
so okay, thank you.
Yeah.
It's not. You see, I don't know why you said it's lazy way of making money. I don't know why they said. I know you are speaking for some
Yeah,
people.
I read some materials
Yeah,
online, and that's where
yeah.
that came from.
Maybe people who have written that people are called businessmen.
Okay.
So they are supposed to be passive way of investing. Remember, the mandate, the essence is to mop up
Yeah.
money from circulation. So why am I releasing money in the circulation when
So you say okay.
so it's a passive way. That your money instead of going to buy, say you go to club and spend 2 million
Yeah.
overnight. If you give me that 2 million, I can give you 15% in a year. You can start thinking. You
Yeah.
understand? So you now say, "Ah,
Let me put it to
let me
use.
put it to use now. Let me just." So it's not like it's one kind of investment that is regular. Like I
Yeah.
said, it will not be there forever.
Yeah.
That
It's
type of
just
rate will not be
time
there
bound.
forever. It's time bound. Once the inflation starts coming down, the rates start coming down. Government starts reducing the rates on the treasury bill, so they become less attractive again.
Mm.
Then people that wants to borrow money can really access cheap credits.
Now, let's look at it in this direction. Since it's passive, can someone who is supporting a member of the extended family or even having a project use this bond to let's say bankroll some of the things they do back home? Let's say I pay someone's school fees. Can I put 2 million in the government bond, and then since the payout comes every 3 months, and I can use the proceed that comes instead of me dipping my money again into my bank savings here in the UK, I have created that as a vehicle that they can use, and it gives them that support. And whenever they come, I'll just tell them to wait. I look away until it
Natural.
is payday, and once I get paid, then everybody is happy. Is this something that Nigerians in diaspora can explore?
Yes, it's you can exploit it for anything. You can even use it for building. So you
Are you
can,
serious?
of course, if you have a plan, if you say, okay, I want to finish this house in 1 year, then okay, you can just map out what you want to build every 3 months. Then you say, okay, whatever I get, I'll be using it. Then at the end of the day, when I get my principal, I complete the house building. So it's something they can do. But
Oh,
remember, like I said, it's only for the tenor you
so it can
have
find a place.
subscribed
It
for.
can find a place in some people's financial plan.
Of course, you can. Yes, that's it. Some people call it salary. They call bond salary
Oh, because it comes every three
because it
months.
comes, it comes regularly. It comes
Oh,
even when you have
oh,
forgotten that you have it.
okay. It's because it comes regularly, not even because it comes every 3 months. It comes regularly. That's why. And
Yeah,
salaries are regular.
by regular I mean that it comes 3 months.
Yes.
You understand?
And salaries are regular.
Yes. So you
Okay.
can plan on things that are regular.
Okay.
Easily, you
Okay.
can know what you want to do in the next 3 months. You can know what you want to do in the next 6 months
Okay.
because they are regular.
So now I want you to, for the essence of people who don't understand all the big English you've been saying, let's say someone has a provision of £300.
Okay.
Can you just give an example of how £300 with a conversion rate and then the interest rate on the bonds, how can they relate with this?
Okay. See, the different ways you can invest in Nigeria. We are just mentioning treasury bills and bonds because of the level of the risk.
Yeah.
Because we know people have, when you talk about Nigeria, the default thoughts that come to average Nigerians when this is going to fail.
It's not easy to to have a sleepless night, get your money, and then come back,
And just throw it
subscribe to
somewhere.
one instrument, and then someone comes back. Nobody has forgotten what
But
happened in the MMM days.
but there are people in diaspora that lost money in CBEX. They lost money during MMM. There are people
Yes,
in diaspora,
yes.
reasonable amount of money.
And that's why this podcast is trying to help people understand that, okay,
Yes,
this is risk free, is not promising, like it's not
it was
promising heaven and earth like
like
CBEX
CBEX
and
or
MMM.
MMM.
So let's say someone wants to invest 2 million now.
Yeah.
Can you break it down for the purpose of education?
So if they've been following what we have been discussing, you know
Yes.
that we have used 1 million naira on a number of times
Yes.
because it's easier to, aggregate.
Okay.
So
Okay. Let's stick to
so
1 million.
if you say you put somebody 1 million or 100 naira,
Yes.
and they said 100 naira is a percentage of 100%, right? I mean,
Yeah.
100% of 100 naira is 100.
Yes.
So if you say, okay, government says is giving you 15%, or treasury bills you are getting 15% if you leave your money for 6 months.
Yeah.
So it means that you are getting 15 naira out of every 100 naira. You are getting 15 naira back.
Yes. Okay.
So if it's government bond now, because it's paid quarterly, so it will be 100 naira, 15% will be 15 naira.
Yes.
Then the 15 naira will be divided by 4. Then each of the
3 months.
will be paid 3 months.
Okay.
You understand? So it will come regularly. So treasury bill will give you the 15 naira once,
Yes.
then give you 100 naira at the end of the tenor.
Yeah. But bond
Savings bond will give
you
you 15
15
naira
divided by
by 4
4.
after 3 months.
Yes.
Another quarter,
After another
3
6
months.
months, then 9 months,
then
and
12
then
months.
12th month. Okay. So, okay. So, okay.
So
Okay.
that you can now equate it to 300 pounds to exchange rate. You convert it to naira, and people should, try to change money when they want to do things, and when you are trying to calculate if you have made loss. I know you did not ask that, but I'm just trying to chip it in because
Yeah.
that's another reason for the reluctance. Exchange rate, that they believe that the rate, the valuation swallows the profit.
Yeah.
But if you look at when you want to measure your rate, don't just throw money, don't just change money and leave it at that. Change money and know when you have changed that money. So I am changing money in December.
Yeah.
I'm changing 2,000 pounds to naira in December.
Yeah.
So when I
At-
want to measure
at what rate?
at this rate, so when I want to measure, I will measure at the time I'm at the rate when I
Okay.
am measuring.
So it's not. So we're not going to measure because
Or
maybe
somebody
the rate
did
has
his,
gone
he
up,
lost
or the
somebody
way,
lost money.
or the way US, Israel, and Iran are fighting now, and the
The
rates
rate
are
is
going
going
up
up.
and down, and everybody's
Nowadays,
running.
no.
Yeah. Okay.
Measure with your own investment.
The time of entry.
Yes, if average Brit is coming to Nigeria, is coming with his own pounds. Okay, I change my pounds to 1.5 or 1.8.
Yeah.
I'm putting it into an instrument that will give me 20%.
Yes.
So when I'm leaving, that 1.8 has become 2,000. So I'm losing 100 naira, right?
Yeah.
So what's the percentage of that 100 naira on the money?
Yeah.
So 5%, right?
Okay.
Let's say, for example, I've lost 5% in the currency exchange. In the
Yes.
process of changing that currency,
Yes.
I've lost 5%.
Yeah.
But I'm collecting 20%.
Mm.
So the net amount is 15%.
Okay.
So am I okay with that rate?
Mm.
You understand? So it's not about
That's
just murmuring about Nigeria, the exchange rate to finish your money, to finish the whole profit. No, it doesn't work that way.
I see a shift in thinking now.
Yeah.
Look at this example that you just gave, alongside keeping your money in the bank where you are offered
Yes.
3%, 4%.
4%.
Now, I want to bring in other instruments like Eurobond. How do you now convince a Nigerian to leave a dollarized euro bond for
Naira
a naira
bond.
bond in Nigeria?
I will not advise them to leave it if the rates are good. If UK is offering any rates now
Okay.
that makes more sense
Yeah.
than what I have, I can sell my property in Nigeria sell and come and do it.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's not
So
about
you're advocating for follow the rate.
yeah, something like that. And I'm
Okay.
saying it's an opportunity for you. You have really suffered for that country now.
All
So the
right.
rate is there now.
Okay.
Benefit.
So on a scale, if we have Eurobond at 10% and Naira bond is at 8% and your bank savings is at 3.5%, you will recommend go for Eurobond.
Yes, because
If
number one, the rate is higher.
Yeah.
But
So
even
if Eurobond is lower than Naira bond and then your bank rate is also, then you
my bank rate
recommend,
in UK
yes, you recommend Naira bond. Is that thinking correct?
now,
Yeah.
because of stability, that there's price stability and exchange rate stability to a reasonable extent in Nigeria,
Yes.
because of the policies of the current government,
Yeah.
I will recommend Naira bond
Okay. Okay.
because it's something you can get back and still come and buy your Eurobond. Because Eurobond, you see, at the end of the day, why do they need that money?
Now let me hold you there.
Okay.
You said because of stability, but in the last 1-2 weeks, Naira suffered against the dollar.
Okay, what's the rate?
And it came back like 3 days after. So, how do you speak to people who are the I don't want to label them, but they are just particularly about the risk that comes with the fluctuation and then the influx.
So Naira and dollar, there was, you know, it there
It's been
was
stable.
yes.
It's been stable over the last, say, 2 months.
So
Yeah,
you
but
saw some imbalance within 3 days.
Yes, you know,
And it came back.
Someone who is already casting it out
Yes.
and is
now saw
looking
that.
for an avenue to say, I told you it's not going to work.
Then after 3 days, the
Yes.
person will come back and say
Yes.
it's
What
working.
if he didn't come back at that after?
Then he's not a good planner. That's why I'm saying you are looking like people, even before you buy, there are some equities in the stock exchange,
Yeah.
in the stock market, that if you want to buy, you will look at the 5 years performance of the companies before even you put your money and buy their shares.
Okay.
You want to look at 5 years performance of some companies before you invest, except if you are investing, a little amount that you can throw away. That's when you can just enter the stock market and buy any shares without looking.
Would you say that diaspora investors have some mistakes when it comes to subscribing to bonds?
No, I won't say they make mistakes. See, we have our level of risk appetite differs.
True.
You understand?
Yeah.
The level I have brothers who cannot take the kind of risk
That you think?
I've only done bond. I've not even done bond before. I've only done treasury bill once, and
Okay.
I have brothers who do that. That's what they do, because I'm not that patient. You do the whole year, I will not collect 18% when I can get that in the stock exchange in 1 month.
Okay.
You understand? But I can as well lose that in that 1 month. I can lose that same rate.
So you're the type that takes 100 miles per hour on a 70 miles per hour road?
No, that's riskier than what I'm talking about.
No.
That's riskier than what I'm talking about.
I just wanted to relate with your risk appetite. Okay.
My risk appetite. See, the people who can take biggest risk as those that are doing that are investing in CBEX and MMM.
Okay.
They are the biggest risk
No,
taker.
someone said that those people are actually fraudsters.
No.
Because for them to subscribe to someone that offered you that kind of rate, and you have not seen a proof anywhere, you have not seen a trajectory, and you just dropped your money, then it means you're a fraudster before being defrauded.
People that are buying Bitcoin, what trajectory are they saying?
Yes, but I don't want us to digress into that, but looking at Bitcoin, it's also a currency on its own that operates in its own space.
It's the same thing. The only difference is that it's more organized than CBEX. It's more organized than the volatility in buy Bitcoin is
Yeah.
high. The volatility in dealing with CBEX and MMM is high. So by volatility, I mean the possibility of you losing your money. That's what we mean when we say volatility.
Okay.
The environment is volatile.
Yeah.
So when you put money and you buy Bitcoin, you understand?
Yes.
What is the fundamental that is driving success for Bitcoin? Nothing. It's speculation.
Yeah. True. True.
So you buy Bitcoin today, tomorrow you heard Elon Musk said it feels like buying 1,000 Bitcoin. Everybody will start rushing because Elon Musk is going to buy.
Yeah.
Because by the
And
time
it's just a feeling, not that he has bought.
not that he has done, he might decide tomorrow.
I just
I'm
see
not
my
buy.
mind.
My wife said I should not buy. Before you see people start selling again. Elon Musk is not buying again. No, no. There is no fundamental that is driving Bitcoin. It's not like Bitcoin is being used for a particular business. So they made £1 billion last year. So this year we are projecting that they will make £2 billion. Nothing like that. So it's
just
purely
following the wave.
yes. So it's a glorified MMM. As far as I'm concerned,
Structured and
organized
reliable.
MMM. It's just that you see, there are many coins, though. There are many coins.
True.
The only difference is because Bitcoin is more organized, they don't issue it anyhow.
Now
They have a limited rate.
let's look at Nigerians who live in two countries. Let's say someone that frequents in Nigeria and, for instance, United Kingdom, and there is a contemplation of where do I retire, and that brings to mind a man I met sometimes ago. He's been around about is from Cameroon, and he's been around 23 countries. And at that time when I met him, he was telling me that he only has about 2 years left in the UK, that he's moving back to Cameroon to settle. And I was wondering, some people are just rushing to come into UK
That's how
when you are leaving. So now my question is, for someone like that, how would you is there a place for them in the subscription of bond, especially when they are trying to set up a particular place of interest back home?
So the truth is, when you start getting to certain level of age,
Yeah.
certain age in life,
Yeah.
you should start reducing this kind of risk you take.
Yes.
So if you I bought when I was 7 in 2007, I started buying shares.
Okay.
When I was 7 in 2007.
You mean National Youth Service score?
Yes.
Okay.
NYSA. So I bought a stock. It's not even one. There are many number of shares.
I hope it's
Company.
not. I don't want to mention the name.
I don't want to mention.
Right.
Some of those companies have.
Yes, because
They
I
have
remember there was one that was selling for nine naira to 9 naira a share, and till to date, it has not appreciated one dime.
When it came down, right?
Yes.
The reason is because there were we did not look at the fundamentals. We were just following the hype.
Yeah.
There's something they call head buying. Rumors are just flying around. Oh, speculations are flying around. Oh, this thing is, they are selling their shares. It's going to be a big company. How? Nobody knows. You understand? But I bought into them. Some of them I lost. You understand? But you know what? How old was I then? I was less than 30. I could still take a lot of risk. So when you're talking about a man moving to Cameroon to retire,
Yeah.
he should mind the kind of risk he's going to take.
Okay.
That's not the time to start looking at a business you don't know anything about.
Yeah.
When you want to retire, that's not the time to start looking for that. That's not the time to start looking at the side of Bitcoin. I'm sorry I'm talking about this on Bitcoin because I just don't know why people rush into it. People lost money. I've seen people, Bitcoin was, as at 3 months ago, it was like $120,000 or something.
Yeah.
Today is less than 70 something. It's around 70 something.
It's still good money.
Can you do the mathematics?
No, don't worry.
120.
Don't let us know good.
So if you have lost 50,000 within 1 year, $50,000 is it's a bad one. So it's not the time to start looking at Bitcoin for that man.
Yeah.
So they are the one that should be looking for a risk-free asset. So yes, he can look for bond if there are good rates for bond that time. Then he can look at it and invest and be getting his money. Yeah, even if it's not huge, even if the rates have gone down, he can be getting it because of the volume of the money he's going to put in.
Yeah.
So if you put in the difference between putting in 1 million naira and putting 100 million naira.
Okay.
At the end of the day, young person like me would have done much more with 100 million naira than him, but he has peace of mind.
Yeah.
With his investment.
And he's not chasing lifestyle.
He's not chasing anything. He just wants to be fine. He just wants to be okay. Maybe he has even built houses. Every evening, he'll just put his Panama, call a few friends, then to go and hang out, argue about politics, argue about football. I don't know if you've seen my daddy do that too. He does that with his friends too. So they argue about politics, argue about things. When it's 6 o'clock, they enter again.
It is that pump.
So no stress. But we still want to take risk. We want to do everything. We want to, we still have the time to take risk. And when you are even much younger, you have much. There are some stocks that I bought that I could buy in 2007, 2008. I won't buy them now because they took me maybe 10 years to recover. So I don't want to buy stocks that will take me 10 years if it falls down to recover. No, I don't want to do that. So any stock I'm putting big money in must be something that is that has sound fundamentals. Yes, and the fundamental is not just a short-term fundamental that can stand test of time.
Okay.
Despite what is happening now in the world, there are some organizations that are still making money.
Okay, so if looking at someone that is following this conversation and they are getting convinced, can you maybe outline quick steps they can follow in, let's say, there is a bond auction going on right now?
So I think they need their CSCS. So
what is CSCS?
So it's a CSCS number. It's what you...
it's a number?
Yeah, CSCS number. It's a registration you do with Center Securities and Clearance System in Nigeria. It's an agency that monitors the shares that you buy.
Can that be done anywhere in the world remotely without having to go to Nigeria?
Yes, but you have to go. It's friendly. You can do that on there. But if you cannot, there are many stockbroking firms
that you can engage their services.
Mobile app, yes. I can just mention a few. We have Bamboos, you have ARM, you have...
Yes, I know ARM.
We have Bamboo, we have United Capital.
Yeah,
but I don't know if United Capital has a mobile app. I don't know.
Okay.
But I use United Capital and I use their online. So if you just speak to any of those stockbroking firms, if you speak to their customer service that you want to open, in the course of registration, they will now help you to open a CSCS account. Because you need CSCS account for all these things we are talking about.
It's your identity.
Except treasury bill. Treasury bill, you just need to speak to your bank. That's all.
Okay.
For treasury bill.
So going back to my question, are there quick steps on how to get
about it?
Yes.
So when you
have the CSCS number,
when you get the CSCS number, then we speak with the stockbroking firm, or you go through NGS or Debt Management Office.
Okay.
When you go to their website, you will see the ways you can...
NGX, you can approach NGX online without having to go to Nigeria. You can approach Debt Management Office without having to go to Nigeria.
Yes,
is that correct?
Yes. You can speak to I think you can speak to your banks too. But
Okay.
you need CS. The reason why I'm talking about NGX and stockbroking firms is because you need CSCS number.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at it like, okay, CXS
This
number
number, then
covered.
speak to your
Speak to
bankers
them.
or
So
speak to the stockbroking firm. They can
speak
also
to stockbroking firm. You can do that online without
yes,
having to go to
without having
Nigeria.
to go to
You can
Nigeria.
speak to debt office without having to go to
Yes,
Nigeria.
through their
You
website,
can speak
yes.
to NGX without having to go
Through
to
the
Nigeria.
website, yes, without
Okay.
have to go to
Okay.
Nigeria.
Yeah. Any other step?
Yeah, so aside that, they'll guide you on how to make the payments. Then when you make the payments, you know, in the process of making the payments, you would have seen the contract
Yeah.
that will be drafted. You know, you get that, you know, as email.
Yeah.
Then in the process of doing the registration, they have gotten your details, you know, and all that. Then you start receiving your money. Then
Okay.
when it is mature, you start getting your interest.
You said something earlier where you said the lowest amount for bond subscription
Yeah,
is
5,000
as low as
naira.
5,000.
Yeah, as low as
Because I
5,000.
wanted to confirm that if the bond subscription is just for big ballers, odogus, or just everybody.
It's everybody. That's why they call it savings bond. They say
Okay.
federal government savings
So
bond.
someone with 5,000 naira can
Yeah,
subscribe
yes.
and then look
Yes,
away
that
till
is.
it's mature.
Yes, till it's mature.
Okay.
No, you don't even have to look. You'll be getting regular
Okay. So if
income.
you look away, the alert will wake you.
So yeah, that's it. I like to wake you up when,
Okay.
when you want
Okay.
to look away.
All right. Now, I'm going to ask you some quick questions.
Okay.
I don't trust you to say yes or no because going by how you have responded to all my questions,
I'll try.
some of them are yes or no questions, but
I'll
let me
try.
let me see if you have a change of heart. All
I'll
right.
try.
Okay. So, best bond duration right now for a first timer in diaspora, would you say it should be short term, medium term, long term? Yes or no?
Depends on how long you need the money.
Okay.
How soon you need the money. If you need the money next year, you can leave it for 1 year now.
Okay.
So if you are not using the money, you can even do the longest time.
Oh, okay. All right. Naira bond or euro bond?
Depends on the rates
Depends on the rates.
and your level of patriotism. So if they are offering the same rate, you are not losing anything. I will choose Nigeria because I'm a patriotic Nigerian.
Okay. Okay. Now, the biggest myth about Nigeria bonds that you want to kill today, is there any?
The myth is that anything about Nigeria is failure.
Mm,
By default, they think it will fail.
yeah.
And I'm saying no. There are a lot of things happening. Before you look at people like Dangote taking $19 billion. Dangote could have bought shares of another company and make money and go
Could
and
have put the
invest.
money in Microsoft.
Nvidia,
Okay.
and it would have made 500%, $19 billion. You know, at 500%, that's huge. So if people like that, how much do you have that you are you are becoming cynical about the country?
Now, I want to be biased. If you're going to appraise today's podcast, what will you say?
It's been fulfilling.
Mm,
I would say it's fulfilling.
thank
It's
you.
enjoyable. You know, I would say um, I you made me feel welcome. So, which is more important.
Thank you
than
very much.
so,
All right. So, for a Nigerian that is earning in pounds,
mm,
a Nigerian that is earning in US dollars,
mm.
a Nigerian that is earning Canadian dollars, how would you personally structure? Let's say you are the Nigerian in any of this currency situation.
Yeah.
How would you structure your finances? What would be the blueprint looking at bond subscription?
So, if any country where you are living,
Yes.
it's your home until you
Choose to go
until you
somewhere
choose
else.
to go somewhere else. So what are the rates they are offering? The biggest thing, the most, I don't know, I can be corrected, I can be, you know, that in the UK where we are,
Yeah.
the biggest, the most attractive thing
Yeah.
or investment that I've seen is Life ISA,
Yeah.
which the government is giving bonus, not even interest, is bonus
with a condition.
with conditional bonus of 25%.
If you take
And
1 point out, we'll take
you
it
are
back.
you are taking it back. So it's not investment.
Okay.
And in my opinion, I think they are using it to control inflation. You know, they are very keen about fighting inflation, that which is why they have enjoyed relative price stability over the years. So aside that, I don't see any rates that are attractive. I want to learn. Also, if I see any, I may be willing to.
Okay.
So structuring my finances, anything that is going to the savings,
Yeah.
I must look for anywhere
Alternatives.
that have
That is offering a
alternative
better
rates,
rate.
that are offering good rates or better rates.
So
and I'll put it and
today's
risk.
the gospel for today's podcast is follow the rate. And
Okay, I was discussing with a friend one day, and he said, we're talking about something, and I said, I was speaking in Yoruba. I said, why are you not buying shares? That the companies are doing well now because foreign investors are bringing money and they are buying shares. So as a result, the demand is pushing up the prices. Now, I said, his daddy bought Wema Bank and he lost. His daddy bought UBA and he's lost. I said, how much did your daddy buy UBA? He said, I cannot remember, but you shall know that it lost. I said, UBA has been doing 100%. UBA as at last year was 20 something naira. Today UBA is 40. In fact, it got to 50 something naira before coming back to 40 something naira. So I don't know which UBA are you talking about. He said, you know somebody who bought GTB. I said, GTB is over 100 naira today.
they are doing very well.
They are doing very well. I bought GTB when it was 16 naira per share. I bought GTB when it was 16 naira per share. I sold it at 54 naira, 51 naira. It went back. When it went back, when it was growing again, I bought it at 36. The one I bought is at 36 is the one that is over
100 now.
100. It's over. It even got to 120, and it's back to 117. So can I now call a young man and tell him that stock in Nigeria has failed? Is it possible for me?
Because you have benefited from it.
So even if I have not benefited, I have seen the results.
You've seen how it works.
Yes. I know people who have made 1,000 gains on some companies that I won't even mention.
And it's not like it's all positive. It has gone through the wavering undulation, up and down, stabilized.
Yes, because that is life. That is even like, if you have seen somebody who is on life support machine, it moves like this. Because once it starts doing,
its life is gone.
That means it has ended. So it has to spike. It has to go up and down. That's investment for you. It's normal. That will be ups and down.
Yeah.
I was discussing online yesterday, and somebody was now. So the discussion is around, give me your best investments or give your best stocks. I told them I bought Fitson Healthcare. Let me mention it.
Yeah.
I bought it for 2 naira.
It's an indigenous pharmaceutical company.
Yes. I bought their shares 2 naira 05 kobo in 2010 or 2011. That share today got to 95 naira last week. It's 91 naira or thereabout today. The same period when people were talking about crash.
Yeah.
That's when I bought it 2 naira.
It was climbing.
There were times it went to 1 naira plus. In fact, I sold it at 12 naira. I bought it again when I saw some projections.
Movements.
I bought it again at 14. The one I bought at 14 is what is at 92 today. You understand? There may not be many units because of my level at that time. Remember, I said I was 7. But that same period, there are shares I bought that I've lost. I have bank PHB that got eroded. The former emir of Kano, is it the current emir of Kano? No, sorry.
Sanusi Lamido.
He was the CBN governor then. They asked him what is going to happen to shareholders when they were going to nationalize PHB. He said shareholders are the owners of the company. So if he's going, that means they've lost their business. So we should not be looking at owners of the company as the MD or the chairman. When you buy their shares, you are also the owner.
Okay.
So the bank is going. You are also.
So that's why you have to pay attention. So that when it's not doing
So that time
well,
we were doing
make
more
a
of
decision.
emotional buying,
Mm.
no fundamental analysis, nothing. But these days we look at things before we before we invest.
Okay.
So whoever that will also buy things should buy based on their level of risk appetite.
Yeah.
Some people have low risk
Risk
appetite. I
appetite.
don't blame them,
Yeah.
but there is class for you.
It's not easy to clutch numbers. It's not easy
It's
to
not.
pack shifts.
Yeah, it's not. Stick with your appetite. Stick
Okay.
with it. 15% per annum, it's good. It's better than just putting your money in the bank and not touching it again.
Mm.
You know, the inflation will just be eroding the value.
And that's a wrap for today's episode. I want to thank my guest Adewale for taking his time to break this down genuinely. And I can tell that when you ask the right question, posed at the right guest, you get this kind of organic analysis. And let me say this again. If you have seen or watching this material right now and you are convinced and you're about to take a decision, please take a pause, seek the consult of professionals, and do due diligence before you take an action. And if you feel that there's someone that this today's podcast would benefit, don't hesitate to like, share, and put your comments in the comment section. Until I see you again on another episode, I remain your host, Yinka Olubile. Do you and do good. Thank you.